All right. What's up, man? How you been?
Man, I've been blessed and just enjoying the beautiful downtown Los Angeles.
Bro, thank you again, man, for doing this with me, man. I really appreciate this.
Man, it's my pleasure. It's a blessing to see, young people getting after it and being stand up about their craft.
Yeah, man. No, I really been want to take this seriously for a long time. I mean, I was always like kind of scared. Well, I wouldn't say scared, but I was like always intimidated to start a podcast. But I just turned 20, man. So like, I just feel like I gotta get it. Like, I don't want to let time pass too much. I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking, oh, what would have happened if I did that or not.
That's amazing. You're 20 years old. I'm 35 years old, and you're talking about you're scared, which is amazing because hey, you're actually jumped in the fire. That's pretty cool.
When you were 20, what were you doing? Or let's rewind. When you were 20, what were you doing? Where were you living? Tell me about Joel.
20, I was living in my parents' house in Stockton, California.
Okay.
Going to San Joaquin Delta College.
Mm-hmm.
Playing basketball. That's pretty much it.
That's it?
Yeah, well, I was going to church and I was in the choir and stuff like that, but I didn't have like the courage to do what you're doing, like meet a total stranger and like, hey, tell them my ideas, but then have the audacity to come back and say, hey, let's make this happen because you put this together.
Yeah, thank you. No, I can't believe. I remember because I'm pretty shy. I'm like a really shy person, and I remember just like it was yesterday when you and I met for the first time. I was walking with my girlfriend. We were just walking down the street, and I was like, "Oh, this seems like a cool store. They sell clothes," but I was very shy to come in.
Right.
And my girlfriend was like, "What are you shy for? Let's go in." We went in. I saw you right there sitting down. You just spoke to me, and I think we just connected right off the back, man.
Yes, that's cool. Your girlfriend sounds like my wife.
Really?
Yeah. It's they say behind every good man there's a amazing woman, but I always say my wife is not behind me. She's like with me.
Besides you. Yeah. That's how it should be, man. Yeah. So you're 20, and you said you don't have the courage to do what I was doing. So what did you want to do when you were 20?
Oh my gosh, I was 20 years old. Man, I was like, I just wanted to finish junior college.
Really?
And go on to a 4-year university.
And what were you going to school for?
I was a liberal arts major.
Okay.
So I wanted to teach.
Really?
But then, by the time I got to my junior year, it was so bad for teachers in California that nobody was getting jobs. We were in pretty much the recession.
Damn.
So it was really bad.
So did you have like a plan B, or like were you stuck on what you wanted to do for a while?
My plan B was to be the best athlete I could be. I mean, I ended up...
So you wanted to be in a pro?
Yeah, I wanted to be a pro. I wanted to play basketball professionally, but that didn't work out. I ended up running professionally. So
wow.
That was a blessing.
Dude, that's sick. I wouldn't expect that. It's like, things didn't turn out the way you expected them, but you got a different blessing out of it.
Right. I found out that I was a runner,
Yeah.
Just running, just competing. I was always a competitor. I was always a person that wanted to be first in line for everything, and that translated in track and field. So.
That's really sick. So right now we're inside your store, the small shop in downtown Los Angeles. But of course, it didn't always start out that way. You sell really nice clothes here. You guys sell vintage sunglasses. How did that all start?
It just started pretty much just off of just not really wanting to work for somebody. Like I went to work for someone after a company after everything was said and done with track, and I just didn't like it. I don't really like people telling me what to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not disrespectful about it, but I'm like,
yeah, like you're not with it. Yeah.
And my wife just like you said, your girlfriend, she was like, you need to quit that job, you know, do this, do that. You could be doing something else. And, you know, so I kept working at the job, and I started like creating hats.
Also start off with hats.
Yeah, started off with hats, and, a crown hat. And my brand at the time was called That King Life.
That King, okay.
And it was just basic crown on the head. I was at the BET Awards wearing this hat, and all these people were stopping me like, where'd you get that hat from? And where'd you get this? And I was like, what? This is just something I'm doing right now. And I was like, yeah, I make them myself. They was like, oh, we want it. I was like, I actually have some in my car. Literally went to my car.
You just sold them right there.
My first sale, and then I started posting it on Facebook and Instagram, and my family members just started supporting like crazy. And I went to my family reunion and probably sold about 60 hats. Then came
What?
back. Yeah, my family is amazing. And then like social media, one of my first customers on social media was one of my childhood friends and one of my buddies' moms, Lynn Taylor and Kashanta Dortes. She changed her last name, but they supported me. They were one of my first supporters, and that was like amazing to me. I was like, dang, people are buying my stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that, you know, other people like in the streets of downtown Los Angeles was wearing my hats.
How did that feel? Like seeing other people wear the stuff you created?
It felt weird.
Really?
It was weird.
Why?
I was like, because that wasn't my plan, right? But it was my plan, but it wasn't. You know, I had worked in retail.
Okay.
For a small stint, about 9 months. I managed at Abercrombie & Fitch in Stockton, California. And I was like, if I ever get a chance to get myself back into retail, I'm going to do it. You know, it was pretty lucrative. I was watching them. I was like, man, they're making a lot of money, you know, because I was the manager and I was able to look at what was going on, the traffic throughout the day. And I was like, wow, they're making money. You know, I want to do that too. Yeah.
Dude, that's really sick, man. So you started off selling hats. You were doing that for a while. And do you live here in Los Angeles?
Yeah, I live right down the street, Olympic and Broadway.
Wow, that's sick. Yeah. Is there having your store in Los Angeles? Would you say is there a significance in Los Angeles?
Yes, there is. Los Angeles is a huge significance because, I mean, there's always fresh blood coming through here. Like you're from the IE.
Yeah, San Bernardino. Yep.
And you got people. It's like explore Los Angeles, right? You have people that's coming here that never would come here because downtown Los Angeles is booming bigger than ever right now. Then you just have people come here for the BET experience, the Grammys, you know, the Emmys, the Oscars, like, and the word around is like downtown is the place to be because of, you know, restaurants. You can shop, obviously the small shop LA.
Yep.
You know, you can get stuff whereas you wouldn't be able to get stuff from, you know, going to like suburbs. And it's like the coolest and the baddest people are in downtown Los Angeles right now. So
yeah, that's a lot of people. It was really crowded. So it was 8 p.m. and I was walking right here and it was crowded, man. It's packed. Like,
wow. So you can ask your parents, you know, rewind 10 years ago, 8 p.m. in downtown Los Angeles, it was empty.
Yeah.
You know,
it's funny that you say that because my brother's girlfriend, her parents are very familiar with downtown Los Angeles, and they came here when they were younger, so that was about 10 to 20 years ago, around there, and they're shocked to hear now that like, oh, downtown Los Angeles is kind of the place to be. Right. It's you know, it's very common people being here, and back then like they thought it was like really dangerous or they thought it was just a ghost town.
Yeah.
Like, so they're surprised at the change.
Yeah, it's a huge change, and you know, shout out to Mayor Garcetti and all those, just the politicians, Mark Willard Thomas and all those guys, city managers, for just enhancing the brand of downtown Los Angeles, DTLA.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're in a historic core right now. It's just, everything is just booming, man. It's exciting. I'm glad to be a part of it. I've been here for 3 years now. So
You lived here for 3 years, or the shop has been here for 3
well,
years?
I've been in downtown Los Angeles for 5 years.
Okay.
The shop has been here for 3 years.
Wow, man. So, do you run this store just by yourself?
Yes, I run the store by myself.
Wow. So you've been here for 3 years, and of course, like, it's amazing. You're still here. It's a lot of success. But of course, like, with success, there's like, you don't like to use this phrase, but there's some ups and downs in some scenarios. What would you say is the toughest part running this by yourself?
The toughest part running this business by myself is just the toughest part. I don't really look at it as tough. I know.
No, really, that's cool.
Yeah, it's blessings to be able to go after something that you put in front of yourself and say, hey, I'm going after it. So I don't really like saying toughest part. I have a blessed life. I get to talk to people. I love to talk. I can talk all day to people about anything. So I don't really consider it as a tough part. I mean, I love it.
And it's cool the fact that, I mean, like you said, you didn't like working for someone else, and then like now you're just working for yourself. Like, that's a blessing right there. Like, that's what I hope to do. Like, currently I'm working at a grocery store, but I hope one day, if I'm continuing with this, I could leave it and I could just work for and by myself.
Right.
And
I'll say you will be. You know, you're 20 years old. I remember your story. I used to work at Costco myself. I was pushing baskets in college, and it taught me humility and just respect for myself, and just, you know, especially right now, it's May, June, July in California. It's a lot going on.
yes. And when you opened the store, were you ever scared or had doubts that it would succeed or not?
No. I'm weird when it comes to I'm like probably so I'll tell you this story.
Okay.
When I was in college.
Yeah.
I went to college on a basketball scholarship, worked my way into a basketball scholarship. And then after that, I decided to run track. I didn't know what I was getting into, but I believed. I was like, I looked at these guys. One of the guys was on my basketball team that was running, and I was like, I'm not used to ever losing a race in my life.
Were you always like
running?
Yeah, were you always winning, like the races?
Yes, on basketball, like we would have line drills, and I would always win. So
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's running. No, I can run. There's nothing. And I would be like, the only way people run is because they can't play basketball, play football. So I was like, so you got to just run.
So you were just like underestimating them?
Yeah, definitely underestimating them, but putting myself high as far as just being in a competitive environment and in nature. I always think I can do something.
Yeah.
And so long story short, I went out for the track team, broke 2 school records, actually 3 school records, and that's still live right now.
No, so nobody's broken it yet?
No, nobody's broken it. It's about 11 years.
What record did you break? Or 2 records?
Well, 3 actually. Well, actually, indoor 4x4, indoor 400, outdoor 200, outdoor 400. So what is that? 4 records, whatever it is. And it still stands today. I did that in 2007.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just believe in myself. And just because you believe in yourself doesn't mean you're always going to get stuff done.
Yeah, of course.
But it's not going to hurt you to be crazy believing in yourself.
Yeah,
I'm not
as you should, yeah.
I'm not a free thinker like Kanye West. Obviously, you have to put work in there, and no shade towards
Kanye?
it is shade towards Kanye.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, no, well, that is shade, obviously, because if you're going to be a free thinker, you need to at least have some substance behind your free thinking.
Well, I did hear him after everything he was saying. I think he did say he doesn't have all the information, but he has someone, not him, but he has someone who knows, who's more educated about it, that could go into more depth about it than he could.
So let's let them talk about that.
And instead of you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, and this is my thought. He's free thinking.
Yeah.
I'm free thinking too, right? So my process before I go into something that's that effective on humans, us as people, I wouldn't just spew out something that can cause violence, to myself, to my family. Obviously,
yeah.
There's word on the streets that, a certain group that's after him.
Yeah, I just heard about that today.
And you don't want to play those type of games. I mean,
yeah.
So you got to be ready. If you want to free think, you better make
yeah, because nobody's untouchable, man.
Right.
And if I were Kanye, I would just keep my head low, lay low for a little bit until hopefully it cools off. Or
just,
It just must suck because I'm not a huge Kanye fan. Like, truth be told, I never was a fan of him. His music just didn't call out to me. But it must be disappointing if you were, because I feel like, just like that guy, I forgot what, Vane, I think that's his name, from TMZ, who...
Yeah, Vane, I believe.
Yeah, he said it was really disappointing because he liked the Kanye like a hero, and to see your hero say something like that and you really get offended by it, it must strike a nerve.
Well, heroes evolve, right? Heroes evolve and they become, a lot of times you can get too much power and it's to your detriment, because you can do anything, say anything, and it's great in people's eyes.
Kanye,
Yeah, so he's known for spazzing out, and this time it kind of bit him in the butt. And almost, I was on Snapchat today, clowning with one of my buddies, telling him, hey, you take those Kanyes off. You know what I mean? Obviously, he has the right to wear whatever he wants to wear, but I was like, take them off, joking around. And
yeah.
It's like, man, I kind of feel some type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, I did it to another buddy, and they're like, dang, man, because, Kanye is the culture, whether we like it or not. He's the modern...
He's a trendsetter, definitely.
Right. So, one of my buddies, they didn't feel too happy that, that I was kind of touting them. But I'm like, hey, man, free thinking.
Just like him, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really sick. Well, oh, no, it is what it is. I haven't really dove too much into it. Like I said earlier, I was like, his statement really bothered me. It doesn't affect me, really. But
it affects you? What nationality are you?
Mexican.
You're Mexican, right? Kanye West is powerful. When he says stuff, things happen.
Yeah.
You being Mexican, what does that red hat mean to you? Make America great again. We're living in Los Angeles. I always tell people, when they come from Mexico to my shop, I'm like, man, welcome home. From a historical content, this is, Mexico.
Yeah.
So, Mr. West putting that hat on is a blank disrespect to you, but also when he talks about the 400 years, it slaps the human race in the face, but predominantly African Americans.
Yes, yeah.
In the face. So that knocks you out too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I guess when I think about it that way, it does affect. Yeah, it affects a little bit everybody, actually.
Because how does that make you feel when you see him say "Make America Great Again," but then he talks about Mexicans and belittling them, when most of you could statistically, I'm free thinking.
Yeah,
right
go
now.
for it.
95% of the people that come here from Mexico are here to work.
Yeah.
And do jobs I don't want to do.
Yeah, jobs, everybody that nobody wants to do. I see it all the time.
I'm not trying to go work in the field.
No, neither am I.
And I appreciate them, and I tell people all the time, take them out the fields, and you're
not gonna like your result.
You no, it's not even about that. You thinking about Whole Food prices? You think Whole Foods is expensive? Food for Less will be Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Times 10. Because I'm not going to work for minimum wage. I'm not going to work for minimum wage. And then at the end of the week, if the farmers don't feel like they want to pay you, they ain't going to pay you. come from Central California. I've seen the cause and effect that it has on that community, as far as most of them were buying calling cars at the time and sending money back home. You know, they wasn't going and
they're not spending it on themselves.
Yeah, they were like, dude, I'm building a house in Mexico because when I go back.
It's exactly what my family's doing.
See?
We have family both here in United States and in Mexico. Is literally half.
Right.
And for us that are working right here, we take care of our family right here, but we also take a percentage of that check and we send it back to Mexico because we have family there.
Right.
And we go back every a year or two, and we see progress on the house that's being built. And so
I'm speaking that free thinking truth.
Yeah.
I'm telling you about your culture.
Exactly. Like you just said it, and I just proved it. Yeah. Exactly.
And that's what it. But you know, even with that, all that being said, if you look at the biggest terrorists that's been perpetuating our society, just from a statistical stance. Let's pull up the stats and see who that is. You know, let's pull up the stats and say who's bombing. Your Timothy McVeigh's. We just had a church bombing. The Oklahoma bombing, Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Americans only know about. I know we're jumping from topic to topic.
Yeah, go for it.
A lot of Americans only know about 9/11.
Yeah, because it's the most popular one. That's what they put the sunlight on the most.
Yeah, but I challenge people to look up Black Wall Street and look at the infrastructure of it, how they came about and destroyed a thriving economy with the African American culture. So I challenge people to look at that.
Tell more about Black Wall Street. I'm not too familiar with that.
I want you to look it up, and then I want to do another interview with you.
Sick. I like where this is going.
To talk about Black Wall Street.
Okay.
And I know a little bit about your culture, but Black Wall Street, I'll just give you a little commercial aspect, but pretty much its own town, airports, just the whole infrastructure for the Black community.
Yeah.
And I think that when a certain evil saw that, they didn't want to see us winning. They didn't want to see us shining and working. They bombed it. They did everything that they could to discredit it, and they won to a certain extent. But hey, like Martin Luther King said, I have a dream that one day, Black Wall Street will rise again, and it's not about no hate towards any other race or ethnicity, because I want to see everybody thriving.
Of course.
But a lot of times people look at the Hispanic culture and the Black culture, and they get mad when we start asking for what the basics. We're not. Hey, they start calling African Americans lazy when we wanted to get paid, or they get mad at you guys. It's like when you start just asking for basic rights, health care, and you pay all these taxes. And I think I can go on. I don't want to ramble on. It's like striking up a different chord, but it's all about love at the end of the day.
Yeah,
love conquers all, and without love, we're nothing.
Mm-hmm. So, no, it's really cool, man. Like, cause you really promote love a lot. I go through your Instagram a lot, and you have, like you said, you have a variety of people that walk in. You never know who's gonna walk through that door right there. Mm-hmm. And you just seem like you just spread a good, positive message and vibes, man. Even when I came here for myself, I felt like when you said, like, when Mexicans come in and welcome home, right. It just seems like you're just about, like, the unity, bro.
Yeah, unity. And there's something in here for all of us. We're all the human race.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to break everybody up, but society has conditioned us to break each other up. I was talking to one of these gentlemen. He comes into my shop about 3 days a week, and we always challenge each other. And he's super pro-black, and he always, Joel, the first man came from Africa.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right. Today I'm gonna believe that, which I believe is true. Everybody thinks the first came from their area, right? I said, so if the first man came from Africa, we're all Africans.
Yeah.
Right? So if we're all Africans, we're all one, right? And then the other day I was telling them, I was like, well, he was just raving about, our black president. I said, Obama is so black, he came out of a white woman, and he started laughing at me because we just enjoyed his company. He's an older gentleman, and we're always talking about stories. And I'm like, so it doesn't really matter. We've been conditioned. Obama is so black, he came out of a white woman. We consider him the first black president, right? But, I have a dream that one day, maybe not tomorrow, maybe 200 years from now, maybe tomorrow, that we're going to start looking at each other just as humans.
I hope we do. I really hope we do.
I wouldn't hold my breath, but I hope too. But I wouldn't hold my breath to say that there will be a black president in my lifetime, right? But yeah, man, that's my rant. Free thinking.
I really appreciate your free thinking. I love free thinking, man. You talk about like a lot of like icons like Barack Obama. You even mentioned Martin Luther King, and I see in some of your shirts you have other icons also, such as Gandhi, Muhammad Ali, Martin Luther King.
My grandfather, he's on that shirt over there. You can't see it, but his favorite saying was "Go with God." And that's why I put him on a shirt. He was a huge influence in my life.
So all these faces on your shirts, would you say they influenced you in a way?
Yes.
They hold a great meaning to you.
Great meaning. They all were here to unify this world instead of create a huge schism like we have, certain people in office right now.
Yeah. That's really dope. And for your store, it's going well. I just I can't get over it, bro. Like I really love it. Ever since I first came here, I mean, like it's called the small shop, but I mean, look, I can see why you call it that. But I feel like everything's here. Everything that's needed is here.
Right.
And so you have kids, right?
I have one son.
You have one son.
Currently one son.
What's his name?
His name's Samuel. My wife's talking about getting another one. I said, hold up.
Hold up, right?
Yeah. Just
to make sure everything cool.
Right.
So you've opened the shop. You've put in a lot of work into it. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, we fast forward to like 10, 20, maybe 30 years. Let's say you think about retiring, or you just can't do the shop no more. Who would you like someone to carry the torch and continue your legacy on for the shop?
Yeah, I'm already in the process of discipling people.
Okay.
To come in and enhance the brand. You all constantly have to refresh. There's gonna come a time where I'm just not cool. I can't possibly pick out cool stuff. So I'm actually working on that right now. I'm evolving the brand, getting stuff together to fire off at all cylinders. So a lot of the brands you see in here, Go With God, Lost in Los Angeles, Good Books Vegan, the art brand. So right now I'm talking to a few gentlemen, and we're getting stuff together to be able to get this stuff out here to the rest of the world, so I can spend more time with my son.
Yeah. And then Lost in Los Angeles, that seems like, well, in my opinion, that seems like your most popular shirt, like your popular design going on right now. What does Lost in Los Angeles mean to you?
Lost in Los Angeles, it just means I'm lost in Los Angeles for all the amazing things, like meeting that homeless person down in Skid Row, and just enjoying my life. I'm from Stockton, California, a small town. Well, not a small town. It's actually one of the largest cities in California. But Lost in Los Angeles means to me just, man, my life. I came here and I got lost in LA for all the beautiful things, for all the things that people come and support my brands and just make it their brand, right? Like a lot of people are like, oh, what do you mean Lost in Los Angeles? I'm like, no, it's like, it's the beauty. Like when I come to LA, it's like my real second home. Like I feel so comfortable here. I mean, I'm this kind of small town, moving to this big city. I said I would never live in LA, and especially downtown LA. I don't even see grass outside right now. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I've never thought about that, but the fact that you just said that, I don't think I've ever seen grass in Los Angeles either.
Yeah, it's
that's wild. City. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is. So I'm actually going to incorporate more plants in the small shop LA, aka the Lost in Los Angeles shop, because I want to just give a different vegetation through. So yeah. Lost in Los Angeles is a positive brand that is like, man, I just love LA. I love it. I love my hometown, Stockton.
And what made you come to LA in the first place?
Just opportunity.
Yeah.
Opportunity. There's more opportunity in LA for people of color in general. Just humans.
Yeah.
If you have an idea, people come to LA to be successful. You don't move to I'm just throwing out
just cities.
Just a random Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas City. You don't move to Kansas saying, I'm going to be successful. People come to LA every day talking about they're going to be successful. You may not be successful, but at least you can aspire to be successful.
Yeah, you can attempt. Worst comes to worst, it just doesn't happen. But I think it's sick, man. Oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. So you have a store, and of course, in this industry, it's amazing that you've made it this far, and you have clothes selling out. You have, believe you even have celebrities. Would you say you have some celebrities walk through?
Yes, I've had a number of celebrities.
I think I've seen Jaden Smith.
Yeah,
a few years back.
Yeah, Jaden Smith. I was at a pop-up actually.
Okay.
Sold to him, but We the Best crew came in here with DJ Khaled.
Oh, I say, wow.
Coleman Domingo from Fear of the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Guapole, she's a singer. She's coming here. A lot of different NFL players have came in here.
Do you ever get starstruck seeing people like that come in?
No, not really.
No.
I don't. But I really appreciate it. I mean,
yeah.
Even I get excited about people from Stockton coming in here, from my hometown.
I think that would hit more. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, these people really came out here and just to support me.
Just check you out, yeah.
Check me out and make sure I'm doing well. Like a lot of my family members has come down here and just supported me, and it's just really been amazing to say the least.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's starstruck to me. Seeing my cousin, when we first opened, my cousin Elaine and her husband came down here probably like 3 times in 1 week. You know, it was crazy, and I was like, wow, this is something. It's inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, yeah.
That's really I'm just picturing myself if I had this and people were from San Bernardino were coming. Mm-hmm. I think I would prefer that more than seeing anyone else come.
Yeah, it's like the village that.
Yeah, it's like your home is. Welcome home. Exactly. Right. Yeah.
It takes a village to raise a child. This business is a village, and it's growing. Now it's about to start having kids. Like we were just talking about how I want to put people in position to disciple them and help.
So your plan is to, because a lot of people, this is already successful enough to a lot of people, but you're not going to stop. You're going to continue.
Oh no, I can't stop. You know, my wife wants another kid. You know. And,
do you want another kid?
I do want another kid, but I can't tell her that because, you know, it's a man thing, right?
She might find out, but
she won't. But yeah, I do want another kid. I just
when the time's right.
Yeah, the time is now. It's, you know, obviously, but I'm 35. I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah.
And right now, I have energy to do it. So you got to do it now.
So you said you have disciples for this brand. Do you hope to expand it?
Yeah, the brand, I want to expand it. And that's why I'm in talks right now with a few people to expand the brand. And it's really exciting. Hopefully we'll have some stuff to talk about on the next interview.
I really hope you do succeed, man. I don't see why you wouldn't. It seems really genuine. Like it definitely feels like a second home for me when I'm here. I'm just very comfortable. So for anybody listening right now who aspires to start their own t-shirt brand or any brand in general or start their own shop, what would you say is an advice you could give them?
Go and do it.
Just do it.
Go ahead, just do it. I don't care how stupid it is. You know, if Kanye West can, you know, and this is part of what Kanye was talking about. If Kanye West can say something so ignorant and throw it out there, why can't you do something so positive and throw it out there?
Yeah.
You know, why can't you throw a bunch of love out there? Just go and do it. Get yourself some money. Go find out what it costs and go and do it. And hey, make it for yourself. If nobody buys it, at least you can rock your own brand. You know, you never know what can happen. Just go and do it. And then obviously, you know, once you start doing things, people will have your back. Like my wife, she's amazing. She was like, do it, you could do it, you could do it. I'm like, okay, cool, I know it.
And I think that's so amazing that you have a wife like that, because I'm sure there's, I'm not sure, I know that there's multiple partners that don't support, they want things more, I guess, traditional. They don't want, I guess their fear is like entrepreneurship is going downhill.
Yeah.
They want something more practical, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and more practical is putting your life in somebody else's hands.
Yeah.
Because everybody's an entrepreneur, you know, or working for an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And nothing is guaranteed. Just in your lifetime, we've been in the lowest low, and now we're in the highest high right now. So you're always taking a chance, and why not take a chance on yourself if you believe in yourself? If you're crazy enough to believe in yourself and come up with ideas, why not take the opportunity to say, boom, I'm gonna try it, to give your future an opportunity so they won't have to work under somebody else's umbrella. They can work under the family umbrella.
Yeah.
Other people can work under the umbrella. So, yeah.
That's really cool. I like picking your brain, man. You have like you think very freely. I like that.
Yeah.
So where can the people find you on Instagram?
They can find me on the Small Shop LA.
Okay.
On Instagram, and then Instagram. We don't have a Twitter or anything like that.
Okay.
And then they can stop by 215 West 6th Street in downtown Los Angeles, or just Google us. It'll pull up on all the major apps.
Damn.
So big time like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's where they can find us, and we love people. They can always call. They look us up. That's my phone number on there. I give everybody my cell number. You can get blocked too if you call.
Can't block too much.
Yep, I am a married man. I love being married, and I love people too. I'm thankful that I have the freedom, and my wife promotes the freedom that I get to go out and just talk to people.
Yeah.
And just enjoy life, and, you know, be blessed.
Dang, I feel blessed right now.
Why not? You know. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, man?
Man, go with God, man.
I like that. Joel, thank you so much, man, for doing this with me. Like, I really, I can't express, like, how grateful I am that you were willing to work with me.
Yeah, man, it's mutual, man.
Yeah.
Blessings on your journey.
Thank you. Blessing on yours, too, man.
Yeah. See you soon.
And that was it. That was the episode for the TongueTied podcast, and thank you guys for watching.